All right. What's that? John J. Dr. Moore.
You gonna yell at us?
Do you know this guy? Does anybody know who this is?
Overworked.
He's overworked. He's a little frustrated. We'll call him Joe. And it's probably nobody in here since this is an entrepreneurial group, right? But if you don't know this guy, he might work for you. So perhaps this is you and your small organization, and Joe works for you. And he's disinterested and he's disengaged. And the truth is that research supports this. One study found that 70% of employees are disinterested and disengaged at work. So why does this matter? Well, my name is Chris Gurry, and I seek to solve this problem by disrupting the training industry and helping the disengaged and the disinterested. So for the next few minutes, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the pain point, what leadership travel experience offers, who I am and why I care, and how we can work together. So let's talk first about what we offer. We offer a fixed training program and a custom training program. And to give an example, we'll start with fixed. Let's say we choose a destination and we decide that we're going to take people outside of the work campus and train them to create context. We choose Pacific Nicaragua. Not really right now, but we would have a few minutes. Okay? We choose Pacific Nicaragua, and we find that we create a generalized theme to our fixed program. So for this example, I use power and communication. So I set up 5 days to 7 days in the jungle with a training program called Power and Communication. I then actively go out and seek Joe. So I'm looking for those Joes of the world who are disengaged, disinterested, maybe trying to reboot their career, entrepreneurs, kids going off to college. And then what we do is we find out what they're interested in after they've made their deposit. So once you have 10 people on the roster who are interested in coming to Nicaragua, we then find out more specifically what their target is and what they'd like to learn. So this is the fixed experience that I create and I advertise for participants. The next is the fully custom. And this is where Joe's boss becomes our client. We work with people in small to mid-sized organizations who are going to bring the whole crew down to Nicaragua with them. But it's not just Nicaragua. We'll do everything that they want, where they want to go, what they want to do, how they want it to be done. What we will do is create the programming that they seek with the access that we have to the professionals that they deserve. So it could be anybody. It could be anywhere. We could take them to Walt Disney World in Orlando, the Florida Keys, or perhaps even Cincinnati. So you're probably wondering, though, why does this kid care? Or why am I interested in this? So my name is Dr. Chris Gurry, and I am a proclaimed travel junkie. And I've been all over the world, and I enjoy every minute of travel. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. My mom ran a successful travel agency outside of Chicago for 10 years. And it's interesting because I share the training space. I'm part of the retail space for 8 years. And for 6 of those years, I saw some bad examples of training. The last 2, I was able to be a trainer and help people get better and learn some of the training modalities. But I never stopped learning. In 1997, I started my college career at Purdue University in Indiana, and I never left. 4 universities and 4 degrees later, I'm a professor at a university. And so I want to marry all these ideas of training, travel, and education to make my best life help others. And it could be out west. It could be in Nicaragua, it could be Patagonia, it could be Ibiza, can't stand that slide too long, maybe even Dubai. But one of the things that I want to tell everybody is that I believe that we can marry the idea of training and travel. So this was actually a prototype where I've taken 10 student groups across the world, my colleague James Browski being on one of those 10 trips in 2013. And we were able to see that this is viable, and we were able to do it. So I know the space, I know the market, I know the vendors, and I know the travel providers. Now it's time to see if we can put this into play. So the question comes up often, how are you different? The training industry is a $20 billion industry, and so there's millions of people out there. And people often ask, well, why are you different than the Cubbies? Or why are you different than Tony Robbins and his charm school, or whatever's going on in Orlando next month? And the answer is this: they're expensive. The orange piece of the pie here represents multi-day training experiences that are under $1,000. That's not very many. What we seek to do is change and differentiate on cost, full well knowing it's not the best differential. However, cost and customization. So what we're looking to do is offer an excellent, customized experience that is a lower cost than some of your big market players. I have a network of hundreds of professionals from all over the world for any particular field that someone might need. I want to leverage this network in order to help my clients. The big circuit rock stars, they're expensive, $5,000 to $10,000 a pop for maybe a weekend. I'd like to seek to lower that in my opportunity. When it comes to prearranged partnerships that are already established, I know folks all up and down Latin America as well as in Florida. So when we go to make the vendor call, we'll already know what we're dealing with and have a relationship that's already established. And sometimes people say that PhDs work for cheap in the summer. What I do know is that if their choice was between teaching a class and going to Nicaragua, some of them would come with me to Nicaragua. So how are we going to make money? And this is a common question when it comes to a consultancy. This income statement is part of the larger pro forma, which is located in the business plan. But I'd like to draw your attention to here. So when we do our first session, and our margin earns us $1,800, which isn't very much, but for a lifestyle business, it is, especially for the first prototype. On that prototype, we can collect data to find out what works and what does not. Then, in the 5-year projection, this number here shows that we're approaching $20,000. So that's also good for a lifestyle business that might be having passive income come to me after the creation of it. What's interesting to note is we can scale this, and that's where we all come in here. How can we work together in this partnership? Previously, while working on this company, I thought it would be completely bootstrapped. I thought I would be looking for team and talent, people who could sell for me, art, design, and marketing. That's what I originally thought I needed. But after working with my mentors here, people in the program, and others along the way, I think we could work together in these ways. First, cash and investments are something that we could use in order to do that scaling, which I never previously thought was possible. Next, you'll help with me to locate and reserve locations. So originally in the bootstrapped idea, I thought I'd put everything on my credit cards. This way, if there's a cash flow, perhaps there's a better backup in order to secure what I need. Finally, growth and scale. It wasn't something I had originally planned, but I think if I work with a partnership team, it's somebody who could help me out, which leads to the ideas of investment, which could include a board members, and possibly equity if that was something somebody wanted to talk about. So even in Nicaragua, you have to think about what we can do for each other. And those are the things I think we can talk about as far as an ask and the investment that we're seeking. So after taking a look at the pain point, realizing that Joe is disinterested, up to 70% of people dislike what they're doing at work, maybe we can make the process great, make the process great again, by investing in leadership, travel experience. Thank you.